Hippos are one of Africa's largest animals, and they kill more people each year than lions, leopards, crocodiles, or any other significant predator. Hippopotamuses are large, round, water-loving animals, in terms of fearlessness and possibly violent disposition. The hippo is one of Africa's most underrated mammals, despite its menacing look. If you want to see how tough a hippo is, keep watching as we count down 7 best hippo attacks caught on camera. Number 7. Hippo versus boats. This boat appears to be being pursued by a whale. But ladies and gents, it's a hippo. Isn't it amazing how fast it swims? Keep your eyes peeled for the irate hippo. On a boat journey on Kenya's Lake Victoria, passengers observed a hippo staring at them from a distance of several meters as the giant hippo chased their boat, diving in and out of the water. The stunned tourists maintained their cool. Hippos are responsible for approximately 2,900 human deaths each year. So it's a good thing this was a fast boat. The peaceful boat ride down an African river is cut short when a hippo arrives out of nowhere and assaults the boat. Luckily, they are unharmed when a hippo jumps out of the water and almost hits one of the kayaks accidentally. These kayakers received the fear of their lives. I'm sure the hippo wasn't seeking for trouble, but these kayakers didn't seem to mind. Number 6. Hippo versus safari visitors. I'm not sure if hippos appreciate being in the spotlight, but this doesn't appear to be the case, and it takes a significant chunk out of this vehicle. This hippo charges at full speed at this Jeep, almost biting one of the passengers. Watch this hippo crash into this blue automobile, nearly running it off the road. The hippo's power is astonishing, but the good news is that neither the hippo nor the passengers inside the car were injured. This car nearly gets slammed by an irritated hippo during an evening drive. The hippo scares the living daylights out of the person in this car as he smashes into it. The guy curses and panics, but I think he'll get over it. Number 5. Hippo versus lion. This lion had the shock of her life when she disturbed a sleeping hippo in our first film, as she traversed the Masai Mara. The lioness approached the hippo to examine, most likely in search of a meal. However, the giant cat was startled when the colossal beast immediately turned around and began chasing her. Hippos are estimated to be Africa's most lethal beasts, killing approximately 2,900 people each year. It's no surprise that their huge jaws are extraordinarily robust, with each tooth weighing an average of 6.5 pounds and growing to just nearly 1 foot in length. Surprisingly, these massive beasts can run up to 30 miles per hour, making charging opponents a simple task. Even ferocious predators like lions have cause to be wary of these big monsters, and these lionesses learn when she gets too close. The hippo wants the lion out of his territory. Therefore, this sentence isn't looking for trouble. When the lion is sufficiently agitated, it charges the hippo, and the hippo relaxes, realizing that the risk is not worth it, especially given that this is a young hippo and the lion would likely have the upper hand in a fight. The hippo even grabbed the lioness by the neck and flung her about with ease at one point. The lioness manages to release herself, narrowly escaping with her life. Next, watch a hippo drive a lion out of its watering hole. Hippos are fiercely territorial, and whether it's Sylvester the cat or Simba the lion, the hippo will not back down. In the dry month of May, a wounded hippo battles 5 adult lions, as this massive hippo sought to find its way to a limited supply of water. 2 male lions happened to be napping on the ridgeline above. The male lions were terrified by the hippo's approach and summoned their pride, which arrived in a flash with 3 lionesses and 4 cubs, in an attempt to bring the hippo down. The adult predators began biting and clawing at its back. However, it appears that the hungry pride bit off more than it could chew on this occasion, and the hippo survived by fighting its way to safety. The hippo is another animal that lions rarely attack for obvious reasons. In this first clip, notice how this hippo hunts down this lion and almost kills it with a single bite. I'm sure the lion was harmed, but it might have been much worse. The scarcity of drinking water isn't the only problem during a drought. Another concern is a lack of rain and water, which makes it difficult for food to be nutrient-dense, causing hippos to become territorial, challenging creatures that they would normally avoid. This hippo had no choice but to find a new bathing place, but he had to fight his way through a pride of lions to get there. The hippo's body is covered in bite marks, as if it's attempting to scare away the huge cats. The lion pride decides to hold their picnic somewhere else because of the hippo's hard work. Number 4. Hippo versus wild dogs. Hippos and wild dogs are known for chasing each other while attempting to catch impala or other prey, which is why they don't get along. I'm not sure if hippos are afraid of wild dogs, but they certainly find them annoying. In this video, wild dogs pest a giant hippo. It's not as if the dogs will gain anything from the interaction other than some amusement, because this is such a large and powerful hippo. Wild dogs would take a huge risk in attempting to kill it, which is unlikely. So, how did the dogs react? They decided that they'd wasted enough of their time, as well as the time of the hippos, and decided to call it a day. This young impala has already been chased into the river, where it is swimming madly from side to side, trying for a way out. This big hippo became angry by the disturbance and sought to force the young impala into the water, while an adult impala, probably the mother of the little baby, approached the water's edge. The dogs were on it in a matter of seconds, but the hyenas snatched it and tore into the carcass, after fending off an attack by the increasingly enraged hippo. The dogs focused their attention to the youngster, and one courageous dog swam into the dam in an attempt to snare the impala. The young impala was weary at this moment and began to drop beneath the surface. All of this was too much for the hippo, who swung the carcass back over its shoulder after scaring the dog away from the slaughter. The dogs had been defeated, and all they could do now was stand there and watch as the impala died at the dam's bottom. For these dogs, today's food isn't going to be on the lake. Another massive hippo is trying to find some peace and quiet in this watering hole. But guess who walks up to ruin his plans? Of course, a pack of wild dogs is always on the search for a prey. The hippo's chops are cracked by the wild dogs, who don't do much else. Wild dogs, in general, are a nuisance to hippos and interrupt their tranquility. Nevertheless, if the dogs didn't go hunting for trouble in hippo territory, the hippos would never bother them. As you can see in these movies, the dogs are always on the lookout for prey, and their prey is frequently discovered in close proximity to hippos, which is why there is such a conflict. Number 2. Hippo versus cheetah. Cheetah. Imagine the devastation a hippopotamus could cause if it raced as fast as a cheetah. Check out this 3D recreation of this potential in this video to see what it might look like if this were true. Take a look at the hippo in this video staring at the cheetah. If the cheetah stays cool, the hippo will not move. Number 1. Hippo versus crocodile. Despite the crocodile's fearsome bite, the hippo's jaws may easily crush it, piercing and grinding it. This hippo's head is so large that it rapidly overwhelms the crocodile and bites it. I don't think the crocodile could capture this hippo's head even if it expanded its mouth as wide as it could. Hippos are usually the ones who chase crocodiles, as you can see in this video, and crocodiles don't like it when they have to deal with them. A group of crocodiles driven to flesh can only push a hippo herd away, even if there are numerous crocodiles in the same location as a hippo. They will leave it alone because they are lone predators who would not want to face a hippo alone, even when challenged with lions or elephants. Crocodiles are eager to fight, but look at this crocodile attempting to flee the hippo.
Artlist.io